Sunday sunlight filled the square, brass and laughter everywhere. Children dancing in the street, snare drums rattling through the heat. Old men leaned on painted canes, calling out familiar names. And every trumpet seemed to say, you survived another day. Miss Loretta waved me near, old sweet rum beside cheap beer. Said, honey, grief don't leave for good, you just learn how to carry it. The baker danced with the mailman's wife, the preacher laughed for once in life. And all around that crowded block, the whole world seemed unlocked. I hadn't played my horn in months, hands still trembling from the hurt. But old Big Raymond slapped my back, boy, the music wants you back. Second line salvation today. March those lonely blues away. Let the tuba shake the ground till your heartbeat joins the sound. Oh, let the whole parade roll free. Like sorrow ain't the end of me. 'Cause every soul that's cracked apart still carries rhythm in the heart. Step high, stay alive. So I raised that battered horn again, felt the old breath push within. The first note cracked, the second cried. By the third I nearly cried. The crowd still clapped like nothing wrong, like broken notes still counted songs. And suddenly I understood, perfection never mattered much. A little girl with flowers blue said, mister, that song sounds true. And somehow that small sentence there lifted years of hidden fear. Now music heals in strange ways, not by erasing darker days, but by teaching wounded bones how to move while carrying stones. The drums rolled hard through afternoon, trumpets blazing bright as June. And every smiling face around made loneliness feel less profound. Then Big Raymond raised his horn toward the blazing southern dawn, and every player joined the call like one great heartbeat overall. Second line salvation today. Lift this weary soul away. Let the brass ring loud and long till grief becomes another song. Oh, let the snare drums testify that broken hearts don't always die. Sometimes they learn a sweeter art, how to keep a hopeful heart. The parade rolled out by dusk, shoes all covered thick with dust. Still the horns kept floating high beneath the orange painted sky. And walking home through evening glow, I realized something deep below. For the first time since the pain, I wanted tomorrow again. Oh, I wanted tomorrow again. Movie lights on Chartres Street, soft rain falling through the heat. A saxophone from somewhere near turned midnight golden to the ear. She stood beneath the old marquee, like a scene from memory. Navy coat and tired smile, waiting there the whole while. Evelyn held 2 paper cups, said you looked like you needed one. We laughed about the pouring rain and old jazz records full of pain. She asked if I still feared love. I stared a while at skies above, then answered softer than before, not like I used to anymore. The city hummed around our feet, streetcars singing through the street, and every passing trumpet tone made the whole night feel homegrown. The girl beneath the marquee light turned lonely dark to softer night. No grand fireworks overhead, just quiet truth in words unsaid. Oh, let the slow brass carry on till all old fear is nearly gone. 'Cause maybe love returns this way, steady as a rainy day. We ducked inside a tiny club where old men played with weathered love. The pianist wore suspenders red, and half the songs were nearly dead. Still every note breathed something warm, like shelter in the middle storm. And Evelyn swayed beside the stage, like peace arriving with age. She touched the scar upon my hand, didn't ask to understand, just held it gently for a while, with one slow knowing smile. Some people love like lightning, fast and loud and always frightening. But some arrive like candle glow, patient enough to move slow. The drummer brushed a lazy swing, couples danced like drifting dreams. And for the first time in long years, I felt no urge to disappear. Evelyn whispered near my ear, you don't have to rush healing, dear. And somehow in that crowded room, the future started making room. The girl beneath the marquee light stayed beside me through the night. No illusions left to chase, just kindness shining on her face. Oh, let the whole brass section sing. Not every love destroys everything. Some arrive calm and true, like dawn finally breaking through. We walked until the bars all closed, past iron gates and shuttered stores. And somewhere near the river bend, I stopped fearing what comes next. The city glowed in amber blue, and every horn line drifting through sound sounded softer than before, like life reopening a door. The piano bounced like Sunday shoes, laughing straight through old bad blues. Every note danced bright and quick, like joy refusing to quit. The drummer tapped his sticks in time, the trumpet climbed in ragged rhyme, and all the weary souls inside forgot their troubles for a while. Big Raymond spilled his drink again. Miss Loretta cursed, then grinned. The bartender burned the gumbo rice, and nobody cared much tonight. A sailor tripped into the bass, still kept dancing red-faced, and somewhere through the room's chaos I started laughing without force. Funny how heartbreak changes shape, turns sharp grief to softer aches, till one day pain becomes a tune you hum beneath the moon. Ragtime for the brokenhearted, play it loud till healing starts. Let the piano stomp and roll till rhythm stitches up the soul. Oh, spin those joyful melodies, shake the dust from memory, 'cause every scar can still belong inside a swinging song. Evelyn laughed till tears appeared, watching Raymond lose his beard. Turns out the thing was mostly fake, held together with stage glue tape. The trombone player missed his chair, still nailed his solo from the floor, and every single crooked thing made the whole room brighter sing. I realized then beneath the noise, life ain't built from perfect joys, it's built from flawed and fragile nights that somehow still feel right. Now sorrow always leaves a mark, but so does surviving dark. And maybe wisdom simply means learning joy between the seams. The piano rolled like river tide, while dancers shuffled side by side, and every goofy shouted line felt sacred in its own design. Then Evelyn pulled me near and spun till we both collapsed from fun, and somewhere through our breathless grin I felt my old self waking again. Ragtime for the broken-hearted, for the souls rebuilding parts, for every fool who thought despair would be the only thing still there. Oh, let the snare drum crack and sing, let clarinets grow wild again, 'cause healing sometimes sounds less grand and more like laughing with the band. The club stayed open way past dawn, nobody really wanted gone, and all across that crowded floor life felt lighter than before. Outside the sky turned golden red, music still alive in my head, and every step back toward my room carried less and less old gloom. Letters folded in a drawer, words that won't be needed anymore, dust gathering on old regrets. and all the things left unsaid. The trumpets sigh through candlelight, slow and low into the night, while memory sat beside my chair like an old friend still there. I found the notes from years ago, coffee stains and fading smoke, promises written wild and young, before the damage had begun. You drew little stars beside my name, said we'd outrun fear and change, and reading that no longer hurt the way it once did. I realized love was never fake, even if we couldn't make it stay. Some flowers bloom then disappear, yet still perfume the air. Love can leave and still remain, like distant music after rain. Oh, let the brass play soft and low for the hearts we used to know, 'cause not all endings turn to hate, some become acceptance late. Evelyn asked me if I'd write. I smiled and said, no need tonight. The past no longer begged my hand to reopen what had ended. Outside the city breathed with ease, warm wind through magnolia trees, and every passing second proved the wound had truly moved. Still somewhere deep beneath the ache, there remained a quiet grace for all the years and all the pain that helped me change. Constant tension, letting memory rest its head, without a wishing it was dead. The drummer brushed a sleepy swing, the piano lightly dreamed, and every mellow chord tonight felt honest, soft and right. I folded up the final page, set it gently in the flame, watched the smoke rise calm and slow, like finally letting go. For the sunshine and the rain, oh, let the every chapter, even pain, helps the next song find refrain. Ashes curled into the night, tiny sparks in amber light, and somewhere through the fading smoke, the last chain around me broke. The city hung beyond the door, alive with endless songs once more. And deep within my quiet chest, peace finally found a rest. Golden horns at daybreak sound, morning spilling through the town, every rooftop catching fire with a glow of new desire. The drums roll proud down Basin Street, parade rhythm strong and sweet, and every trumpet lifting high seemed aimed directly at the sky. The whole town gathered near the square, fresh flowers braided everywhere. Children ran with painted shoes while brass bands burned away the blues. Big Raymond grinned beneath the sun, said, "Boy, look what you've become. Not healed, perfect, not untouched, just alive again." Enough. Evelyn reached and took my hand. No dramatic grand demand, only warmth, both calm and true, strong enough to carry through. Golden horns at daybreak rise, bright as hope in tired eyes. Let the whole brass section sing, for hearts survive in everything. Oh, let the drums roll wild and free. Love ain't what it used to be. Now it's gentler, wiser, too strong enough to tell the truth. The baker danced with Loretta near, the preacher drank his Sunday beer, and all the souls once bruised by life shone golden in the morning light. I played my horn beside the band, finally steady in my hands, and every note came warm and clean, like all the years in between. Then Evelyn leaned against my side as second lines rolled far and wide, and somewhere in that blazing sound I knew I'd finally been found. Now love ain't fireworks alone, it's choosing not to walk alone. It's staying through the stormy nights and laughing through imperfect life. The whole parade surged down the street, thousands moving to one beat, and every trumpet call declared, "You survived because you dared." I looked around that living town, at every face once beaten down, and understood what music knew. Broken things can still ring true. Golden horns at daybreak shine, turn old sorrow perfect end, just love, survival, music, friends, and one man finally understanding. Healing never means forgetting. Golden horns still filled the air as daylight danced everywhere. And somewhere through that endless swing, a brand new life began to sing. Velvet Sunday drifting slow, streetcars humming soft below, coffee steam and magnolia air, morning sunlight everywhere. The trumpet practiced far away, lazy notes across the day. And every little ordinary sound felt sacred now, somehow. Evelyn danced while making tea, barefoot in the kitchen light with me. Radio playing Jelly Roll low, like old ghost blessing the home. We laughed about the years before, the heartbreaks, bars, revolving doors. How strange it was to finally find peace instead of highs. No fireworks exploding bright, no chaos dressed as paradise, just quiet hands and sleepy smiles, making life worthwhile. Velvet Sunday parade, love that neither shouts nor fades, slow brass drifting through the room, like flowers learning how to bloom. Oh, let the gentle trombone sway, carry all old fears away, 'cause maybe this is what love means, safe enough to breathe. We wandered through the market square, musicians playing everywhere. A little boy with scuffed up shoes, trying hard to sing the blues. Evelyn tipped him all a change, then laughed when he forgot the words. And somehow watching her that way made the whole world rearrange. The baker handed us fresh bread, Big Raymond tipped his weathered head, and all the city moved along like one enormous song. Again, the snare drum rolled from blocks away, soft beneath the fading day, and every trumpet echo near sounded calm and clear. Evelyn rested on my chest as twilight settled into rest, and for the first time in my life scared of losing light. Velvet Sunday parade, sweetness that was slowly made. Not perfection, not disguise, just honest love surviving time. Oh, let the clarinets play low, like rivers learning where to flow. 'Cause after all the wild heartbreak, peace became our favorite shape. Evening settled gold and blue, street lamps blinking into view. And somewhere in the distant square, a trumpet floated through the air. Velvet Sunday lingering long, wrapped inside a gentle song, while two tired hearts sat still enough to finally trust love. Firelight against the wall, shadows dancing thin and small. The room stayed quiet after dark, except my restless heart. A trumpet somewhere down the block played soft enough to sound like thought, and every note seemed wrapped around the fear I still hadn't drowned. Evelyn slept beside my arm, safe and warm and full of calm. Yet somewhere deep beneath my chest, old panic would not rest. 'Cause once before I'd felt this high, once before believed goodbye could never touch what felt so true. Then suddenly it did. The rain tapped lightly at the pane, like memory returning again. And every little creak at night made joy feel fragile as light. Stronger every day, yet fear still whispers anyway. Oh, let the slow brass hold me near, teach this weary soul to hear that not every beautiful thing is doomed to disappear. Slipped outside near 2:30, city soaked in midnight blue. Watched old river water roll like time beyond control. Big Raymond smoking by the curb said, boy, love always comes with nerves. 'Cause once your heart wakes up again, you finally got something to defend. He laughed and pointed toward the sky. Nothing living avoids goodbye, but that ain't reason not to dance when life still gives the chance. Build a wall or remind you life small, and maybe love grows deepest roots when you know it's temporary too. The distant drums roll through the night, steady as old city lights, and slowly through the cooling air my breathing softened there. I walk back home through silver dawn, realizing love moves on, not by guarantees or chains, but by choosing it again. The fear beneath the firelight stays, but no longer rules my days. Now I let the trembling be part of loving honestly. Oh, let the trumpet sing once more. Not every wound must close its door, 'cause brave hearts ain't the ones unscarred. They're the ones who love despite the scars. Evelyn stirred as I returned, sleepy smile beneath dim gold. She reached for me without a word, and every fear grew softer. Outside the city hummed alone, wrapped in one long midnight song, while dawn rose slowly through the blue, and I chose love again with you. Dust spinning through afternoon light, old records stacked uneven high, needles crackling soft and low with songs from long ago. The gramophone began to sing, trumpets bright as younger dreams, and every scratch across the sound felt holy now somehow. Big Raymond's hair turned silver white, Loretta moved a little slower now at night. The old club near Toulouse Street had nearly lost its lease. Still every Friday folks arrived, keeping all the songs alive, playing tunes older than grief, older than belief. I watched young musicians learn the charts, all awkward hands and hopeful hearts, trying hard to blow those notes like the legends did before. Trumpet line remains, floating somewhere past the pain. Oh, let the old songs spin tonight, golden ghosts in amber light. 'Cause memory fades, but music stays, long after faces change. Evelyn rested by my side, listening to Armstrong's weathered tone fill the quiet home. She asked me if I feared growing old. I stared a while at records gold, then answered honest, calm and slow. Only if I stopped growing. Outside the city rolled along, streetcars humming tired songs, and every passing year somehow felt gentler now. Now time steals beauty bit by bit, turns fast, legs stiff and bright hair thin. But maybe aging's just another jazz refrain, learning how to bend with change. The whole band gathered after dark, playing standards in the park. Young and old all side by side, keeping rhythm alive. Then little children started dancing, wild and clumsy without shame. And all the elders laughed so hard, some nearly cried again. Old records never die, neither do the songs we leave behind. Every heartbreak, every cheer lies somewhere inside the ear. Oh, let the clarinets ring free for every soul and memory, 'cause someday we'll be echoes too, floating through somebody's blues. The final record slowly spun, needles circling near the run. And somewhere in that fading groove, I heard the whole past move. Love and loss and smoky bars, broken nights beneath the stars, all still breathing through the sound, like nothing's ever fully gone. Church bells ringing slow and deep, morning heavy in the streets, black umbrellas line the square, and silence filled the air. Big Raymond's horn sat by the door, quiet now forevermore. Yet somehow all of us could hear his laughter lingering near. The preacher spoke of second lines, of brass bands outlasting time, of how some souls become a song even after they are gone. Loretta cried into her gloves, Evelyn held my trembling arm, and every musician dressed in black carried memories on their backs. Then slowly through St. Cecilia's hall, the snare drum gave its mournful call, and every trumpet bowed its head for the man who taught us bread. Cecilia's last dance today. March the sorrow through the pain. Let the brass cry low, then rise like spirits climbing through the sky. Oh, let the drums roll soft and slow, till grief learns finally to let go. 'Cause music never truly dies when it lives in other lives. We carried him through Basin Street, thousands walking through the heat, people leaning from balconies, throwing flowers to the breeze. Then halfway through the funeral line, a young trumpet hit a shining high, and suddenly the whole parade shifted shape completely. The drums grew louder, faster now. Feet began to stomp the ground, and one by one the mourners swayed like Raymond would have wanted. Now New Orleans understands the strange truth about human pain. You cry first for what you lose, then celebrate what still moves through. So the whole brass band exploded bright, trumpets blazing toward the light, and every soul along the street started dancing through the grief. I raised my horn beside the sky and played till tears blurred my eyes, not from sorrow anymore, from gratitude and more. Saint Cecilia's last dance rolls on, even though the man is gone. Every note he gave away still lives in us today. Oh, let the whole parade rejoice, lift the spirit through the noise. 'Cause some people leave this earth, but never leave this song. By sunset all the streets still ring with second lines and brass refrains. And somewhere in the fading gold, I swear I heard Raymond's horn. The city breathed beneath the dusk, shoes all covered thick with dust, while music carried grief away into another day. Lanterns glowing bourbon gold, stories burning bright and old. Every street alive with sound. As nighttime settled down, the city breathed through trumpet fire, through old heartbreak and new desire. And every soul beneath the moon carried some forgotten tune. Beside the river red, watching boats leave silver trails, ever resting near my side, while jazz rolled through the tide. The same streets where I once got lost, paid every heartbreak's brutal cost, now shimmered soft beneath the night, different in the light. Young musicians filled the square, playing wild without a care, just like we once did years ago, before we learned sorrow. Lanterns on Bourbon Street tonight, burning through the dark with light, for every lover, every ghost, every soul. Sing for heartbreak and recovery, 'cause every tear and every scar helped make us who we are. Loretta danced her spider knees, children shouted in the breeze, and all around that glowing town, life kept spinning round and round. About the man I'd been, half destroyed and caving in. The nights I swore no joy would stay, or fear would fade away. Yet here beneath the lantern shine, the whole long story intertwined. Love and grief and jazz and time, all braided into one line. Now maybe that's what music means, turning wounds to melodies, teaching fragile hearts to swing despite everything. The drums roll huge through Bourbon Street, thousands dancing to the beat, and every trumpet lifted high like prayers against the sky. Closed my eyes and heard it all. First kisses, rainstorms, last calls, funeral marches, rooftop choirs, broken dreams and reborn fire. And somehow every painful thing had become part of the swing. Streets still glow for every soul learning to grow through every loss and every dawn. The music carries on. Oh, let the final horns ring free for love and human memory. 'Cause though our nights all someday end, the song survives again. The parade rolled deep into the night, lanterns fading out of sight. Still the drums kept beating low, like the heartbeat of the road. Evelyn squeezed my weathered head, while brass bands echoed through the land. And freedom from pain. It was dancing anyway. The final trumpet held one note, long and warm above the road, and disappeared into the dawn. As Bourbon Street kept singing